say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah, that's cheesiest. Cheesy. Is he the next big SmackDown call up? Is Joe Hendry going to be the next big main roster call up? SmackDown specifically, guys. If you haven't known that, if you don't know by now, there's been talks of main roster calls from NXT superstars like Trick Williams, Javante Evans, Sol Luca, and Joe Henry. Well, we're gonna focus on Joe Henry here. Is he the next big SmackDown call? This guy has captured the world with his charisma, with his character in TNA, now in NXT. Made a huge appearance at WrestleMania, TNA champion facing Randy Orton. Got a special segment spot on Saturday's main event, John Cena's last last event. And now looks like and tonight on SmackDown, this is gonna be recorded before SmackDown. It's gonna go up before SmackDown. And he's gonna have a SmackDown match against the Miz. But reportedly that this coming out of backstage reports are saying that possibly he's going to be a SmackDown superstar, and he's getting called up to the main roster and officially being a SmackDown superstar. Now, I'm going to read this article for you guys, let you know. Okay, former TNA World Champion Joe Henry has officially signed a contract with WWE this year. And a new report out Friday from WrestleVotes Radio via Fightful has some updates on whether he will remain in NXT or head to the main rosters. Okay, the outlet reported that there has been internal talks about Hendry becoming a fixture on WWE SmackDown brand when it moves back to 3 hours next week, with the USA Network's interest in Hendry playing a factor. Oh yeah, next week SmackDown. SmackDown's going back to 3 hours. Hendry will appear on Friday Night SmackDown to take on the Miz following the confrontation in this Saturday's main event. That also includes R-Truth. That's tonight. That's guys. So that you tonight. Taped though. It's taped. It's taped though. I'm not gonna spoil it here who wins. I think you have a good idea who wins, but I'm not gonna spoil it in case you don't know. Reports emerged in mid-November that Hendry was officially under a full-time WWE contract at a main roster level and would no longer be involved with TNA. The 37-year-old made his main roster debut this past January in the Royal Rumble and followed up with a surprise film appearance for the injured Kevin Owens in April's WrestleMania against Randy Orton. He has appeared frequently on NXT TV and NXT Live events this year, in addition to a handful of WWE August house shows overseas against The Miz. And apparently, this is the USA Network wants him on. They see money in this Joe Henry character. Definitely, USA Network sees money in this character. They see how the marketing around this character. WWE sees money in this character, sees business in this character, sees how much people love this character, and they see dollar signs. Obviously, TNA. I mean, like it was really when TNA was during the year of TNA, when he was around TNA. He was one of the most talked about superstars, most one of the popular superstars outside WWE and AEW. Joe Hendry. And that's why WWE picked him up, because of how popular, how polarizing a character he was. And he's kind of an interesting character, right? His theme music is really something. And look at the pops he got on WWE main roster and TNA and NXT. And he's 37 years old. It sounds like USA wants them. Not specifically Netflix. It sounds like the USA Network wants them, and WWE is going to have to oblige to the USA Network and be like, okay, you want him on your roster, you're going to get Joe Henry on your roster on SmackDown. I think WWE is going to be like, okay, yeah, fine. Well, Joe Henry will be a SmackDown superstar, and because we're kind of seeing this with the free agents in NXT, you're on the main roster, but they have specifically signed with a brand. But it looks like Joe Henry is going to be a SmackDown superstar. And because NXT, I think he doesn't really need NXT that much. I don't know what he could really do in NXT. He could do much better on the main roster. He's more of a main roster star right now, the main roster caliber. And he'll slow and build him up, because I think he has interesting feuds with the main roster. I don't know if he's World Heavyweight title champion material, but We'll see. Okay? We'll see. But I know on the main roster, the crowd is going to love him. He's going to get a loud pop. He's just going to have a huge reaction to him. We know. We just know. Is he going to be a big star on SmackDown? Well, based on the reaction he's getting in his career, we know he's going to be well liked. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Take care, guys.